Hello everyone, and welcome to the second video in the How to Make a Character in 13th Age 2e playlist. My name is Ren, and this whole video is just... Step 2. Choose your class. Epic heroes aren't known for their quiet lives. They find trouble or trouble finds them. As an epic hero in your own right, your class is the mechanical representation of how you move through the world and confront these troubles. That's why it's our first big decision. There are 9 classes to pick from, and they are all fantasy game staples, as common in video games as they are in tabletop settings. We're going to do a lightning round summarizing each class's vibe as they exist in 13th Age. Going alphabetically, we have the Barbarians, the definitive Be Strong Hit Stuff class, channeling rage into an overwhelming force of violence that cannot be stopped by anything so pedestrian as injury or death. Right up until it can. The Bards. Music is magic. A song can change hearts, minds, and now also physics. Whether this is inspiring or manipulative is really just a matter of perspective. The Clerics. Turns out, gods have favorites. Witch gods? Yes. And with divine power comes divine responsibility. The Fighters. The most martial of martial classes. Who needs fireballs when you have common sense and strategy? These warriors have studied the blade, and the bow, and the staves, and the slings, and the pole. The Paladins. Devotion as a source of strength. Who cares if the gods picked the clerics? The Paladins picked their gods. The Rangers. Walkers of the wilds. Pros at surviving in harsh terrain and sometimes also in the trials of exotic pet ownership. The Rogues. Swashbuckling yet sinister. A good rogue knows that you don't have to strike hard if you strike the right spot at the right time. The Sorcerers. Self-taught jailbreakers of the arcane. Unconventional casters, often with interesting bloodlines who rely as much on intuition as technique. And then finally there are the Wizards. Methodically madcap mages. Knowledge is power in a very literal sense, especially after that 22nd academic degree. If you're really new and or really unsure about how quick you'll get a hang of 13th Age 2e's gameplay, the Hero's Handbook provides a handy complexity rating. So here's the list organized from top to bottom by how many powers and abilities you have to pick from on average, and from left to right according to how many details you'll need to keep track of during play, such as party health, ongoing damage effects, and whether the dice rolled a natural odd or even before anything got added on. As you can see, Rogue is dead center, which makes it just complex enough to show off all the aspects of character creation without getting too in the weeds. So, Topaz is a rogue. If no particular class jumped out at you during the lightning round, and reading every page of every class is a bit intimidating, just focus on each class's overview page and the features section to start out with. That should give you plenty of info about what sort of role you would be playing in a party, and whether it interests you or not. You see, when you pick your class, you immediately get a suite of class features. These are the fundamental skills and abilities that define your class. They reflect the different experiences and training that underlie each vocation. For the most part, class features are static, but a number of classes do have one either-or type decision within them. Rangers and Bards pick whether they want to attack using raw strength or refined dexterity. Clerics whether they prioritize spellcasting or physical combat, a choice symbolized by their wearing cloth vestments or heavy armor. And rogues decide whether they dash around battlefields like bold swashbucklers or stick close to allies and sneak in strikes while foes are busy defending against more obvious threats. Decide on which option feels right for you, and if you're lucky enough to be deciding during a session 0, don't be afraid to ask your friends' opinions on what would work best for the party as a whole. Only agree to whatever their answer is if it would be fun for you to play, though. For my part, Twig is bouncing between serving the Great Worm as a paladin or a bard. 2 classes that aren't known for being inconspicuous, so I'm going to go for the sneaky rogue option since it sounds like I will have plenty of cover. As you can see, you don't have to write down the full text of your feature, just enough that you know that you have it, and roughly how and when you can use it. Pop in a page reference so you can look it up quickly during play whenever you need, and you're good to go. If that either-or decision is still stressing you, leave space with a note to come back to it later once you've watched the next video or two about picking your kin and making your character a truly unique individual. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video that will be about choosing your kin and how time works in-game. Until then, keep practicing hope. And don't be afraid to get punk about it.